Hey guys, Dr. Dave here, owner and founder of Prepared. I just wanted to tell you just a few minutes about why the prepared communities are right for you. You see, I love finding dads that are inspired and motivated to protect their families, to keep their families safe, and they're ready and willing to do anything they need to do a better job at that, whether that's training, information, products, whatever it is they need. And so I love finding dads like that I can help, that I can impart the knowledge with. And that's what the prepared community is all about. That's what we're here for. And so what I wanted to do, a lot of people think, well, do I really need to know all that stuff? Do I really need to be ready for emergencies? I mean, we've got cops and fire departments and ambulance services everywhere. And why do I need to know that stuff? Well, let me tell you. Even with all my knowledge in these areas and all the experience I've had, just a few weeks ago, my front yard, right here, you can see my truck in the driveway, my front yard, right here in the yard, we had three ambulances, and there were two fire trucks in the driveway. One of my kids got hurt. And what happened to him, he needed emergency treatment and he needed to go to the hospital. It wasn't the kind of thing where I could treat it on site, which I do as much as possible, avoid those medical bills and hours in the ER. It wasn't. It went beyond what I could treat at home, and he needed transport much safer than me just scooping him up and throwing him in the back of the truck and taking him onto the hospital. And so we called 911. Well, it took them a while to get here, and you can see right there, I live on a dirt road. I've got an old farm up here on a dirt road, and it takes them a while to get here. And on a rainy day like today, sometimes they don't like coming up here unless it's really bad. Like I have had delivery trucks and other people call me from the mailbox at the end of the road and say, hey, can you drive down here in your truck and get this package? We know it's really embarrassing when the ambulance people say that. And so I just want to take a quick walk around the house and show you a few things that could happen and why you need emergency training. So let's just look around the yard. I got a fire pit out there. A lot of times kids will throw things in the fire that they shouldn't. I've been on calls where kids have thrown paint cans and even cans of gasoline into fire pits and they explode. A paint can that explodes, that's nothing but shrapnel. It's nothing but a low impact grenade, not to mention the big fireball. Very dangerous. If you throw the wrong thing in there and it explodes, next thing you know it's stuck to everyone there, but it's stuck and on fire. And so that's just one thing there. Like I said, it's raining. My truck's out there. Anytime it's raining, the roads are more dangerous. I mean, how many of you have been in car accidents? Especially have been in car accidents where you didn't know what to do, or where someone might have been hurt, or even worse, where you were hurt, and maybe your kids needed to step up and handle things. I work with that as well. I help dads also prepare their kids to handle emergencies. I've been in emergencies where my own kids had to help treat me and get me to emergency. A little tongue-tied there. Emergency care. One time I split my head open pretty good, and one of my kids was there and had to help me hike a few miles back to where the ambulance could even get to us. All right, so as we walk around, let's see. Well, I mean, I live in South Carolina, and of course, there are a lot of things here that people are allergic to. So out there in the yard, you can't see them. We got fire ants. We got probably 20 different kinds of bees. Venomous snakes around here. We're talking mainly eastern diamondback rattlers, copperheads. Coral snakes are supposed to be around here, but you never see those. But copperheads, everywhere. Those stumps out there, we found them underneath the stumps at the fire pit quite a bit. My son likes to go out there and find them and catch them. And so we've got those. You see the woods behind me. I've got a lot of woods nearby. We've had coyotes, squirrels, raccoons, possums, bears, horses, donkeys. I mean, any one of those animals could injure somebody in a manner that would require emergency treatment. Anything from rabies. I mean, you think small squirrel, what's it going to do? I have seen squirrels chew people up when they get mad. And so squirrel bites, yeah. You might be able to treat it at home, but it's something that needs to be treated either way. But rabies is a big threat. Coyotes, if the pack of coyotes in the nearby woods gets a little wild, gets hungry, and comes up here, well, guess what? My kids might look like a snack. Over there, we've got my kayaks. Got all four of my kayaks over there. Water safety is very important. It's another easy way that people can get hurt. Down there, you can see my old barn. I mean, just think about the ways you could get injured in a barn. I myself have split my head open climbing in a barn and fallen off the rafters. And so that's one way. But I mean, just in the barn, I mean, there's so many rusty nails and screws and things like that that you could step on. My kids have stepped on nails before working and gone right through their shoe. And tetanus shot, bandage, all that good stuff. But you got to know what to do to help them out. And so also in the lower barn down there, I've got a gym. And gym for kids can be a very dangerous place. Everything from pinching your fingers on the weights to getting hurt. Maybe it's me getting hurt on the squat rack. You never know, but that's a place where anybody could get hurt. Oh, how many of y'all got bikes and stuff at the house? All my kids have bikes and scooters, things like that. We've had some pretty gnarly accidents, me too, with the mountain biking, and to be honest with you, just right here on the porch. And let me show you, I was telling you about my son going to the hospital in the ambulance the other day. Happened right there on that porch. You know why? Because he was wearing his football cleats. And right now it's raining, the porch is wet and slick. He was racing my daughter up the hill in his football cleats and didn't slow down before he hit the porch, and boom, feet right out from under him. And it may sound like, oh, that's not so bad. What happened? He hit his head. No, he slid, hit his tailbone and slid into the house under the pew over there and almost tore his hip flexor. And so pretty severe injury. And this is during football season for him as well, so, pretty bad. All right, so any house, you've got electrical stuff. That's all my HVAC right there. You've got plugs. Kids can hurt themselves on those. Let's just walk around the house some more. I mean, you see, we're walking around the back of the house, and so this is actually like there's a basement underneath us with a walkout, and so we've got railing. Now, you imagine if somebody fell through the railing? Kids getting a little rambunctious, somebody's running, slips over the railing, somebody leans over too far. Any number of things could happen. Right here we've got a BB gun. Yeah, just like the movie Christmas Story, BB guns are very dangerous. You might shoot your eye out. And so let's walk around. I mean, you got more woods with the potential for snakes and animals, centipedes, scorpions. We've got scorpions here, brown pine scorpions. They're small. They don't hurt you too bad, but if you're allergic to them, that is bad news. My kids like to climb trees. I mean, any of y'all out there ever had your kids climbing trees and they fell out? Well, it does happen. It does happen. Mine have done that. Let's see, what else? You could look around as I walk around the porch here and tell me any number of things that kids could get hurt on. Right here, I've got a little rock climbing thing, a slide where I took apart a playground and just fastened it on an old brick wall that was here at the old farmhouse. Really easy to get hurt on that. Actually, one of my kids likes to climb up on the porch over the rails from back there. And so, let's see, we got the garden, more trees. We got that big pecan tree right there. It's got a couple swings in it. My kids love to swing in that tree. I like to swing in that tree, but what if one of those 500-pound branches broke? Easy to get hurt there. And as I walk out into the yard, since the rain slowed down a little bit, you can see the roof up there, windows. Kids wanting to come out windows to get a ball or something that's stuck up there. And we actually do fire drills from time to time where the kids will actually come out the window and jump down to us. And so really easy to get hurt there. You've got power lines that could fall. So I think I've said enough, though. I mean, honestly, you get the idea how easy it is to get hurt and why you need emergency training, why you need to be ready to prepare and protect and defend your families.